The false reap is quickly becoming one of the most popular techniques in all of no-gi grappling, and it's being used by all the high-level guys in order to set up their leg entanglements, and overall, it's a great guard to attack from. So in this video, we'll take a look at how I like to set up the Keymaster guard to get us into the false reap, as well as a few key attacks.
This is a position I use a lot, especially being shorter. When someone tries to knee cut on me, first off, I'm using my frames, my arms to frame, I use my knee shield, okay? I see a lot of guys, especially my white belt crew, they're too relaxed with their legs. So he's trying to knee cut. I'm gonna use my frames, blocking the shoulders, knee somewhere on the chest, shoulder area. Once I can keep him off of me, he kind of keeps his weight back. I'm gonna take my bottom leg out, okay? So it helps if you're shorter. Tall guys, you're gonna really need to create some space. From here, my bottom leg's gonna come through, and I'm just gonna put my foot flat against his hip, okay? So this is the Keymaster guard. So this is a guard that was popularized by Tommy and Espen, the Vikings up north in Norway. And it's a really great guard, especially against a knee cut. He tries to keep cutting through. Yeah, go ahead. See how my knees posted on the floor? Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
Sorry.
My knees posted on, keep going. My knees posted on the floor, but my foot's keeping his hips back. So it doesn't really matter how hard he's gonna try to force that. It's just not gonna go anywhere. So this is a good defensive position. Just be mindful of this knee. If I let this knee get collapsed, then I don't have as much control. He can start switching his passes to the other side. I'm using my hands also to kind of control him too. If he were to come back up, I can have space. I can also use this to transition to the De La Hiva guard. Okay, so if you like your no-gi bolos, matrix, that's kind of when you're gonna hit them with that. So he's here, he's trying to knee cut, I'm blocking, bottom leg comes through, all right? From here, we have a lot of great attacks. So the most important one I like is that false reap. Yeah, so the false reap is one of my favorite guards to attack from. Man, I just spam that thing. And I can do this with either arm. So let's just try with the backside arm first. So again, I'm gonna create a little bit of space. From here, I wanna try to get my hand under his leg. And I really need to keep that knee in. And if I can, I'll start creating space and then bring my leg over. From here, I wanna keep the inside leg still hooking his hip, and then I come over on top. From here, I usually will hold this position. If he tries to move around, there's not really much you can do. Just don't let him collapse that knee. All right. So as I'm sitting here, I want to flare that knee up. Now I can grab my hands together if I need to. All right. When I feel like I'm ready, I turn a little bit to this side, Jeff. When I feel like I'm ready, I'm gonna switch my hook. So the top leg's gonna make a hook onto his leg, his thigh, like a butterfly hook. The other leg's gonna come down, and now I'm just gonna come up to my shoulder. So I need to sit forward and go up to my forehead. Now I'm gonna start kicking my bottom leg through, okay? And I can sit here, that's a really good entry, or a lot of times, if I can't get that leg through, I'm just gonna invert. I start to invert, and so now you see my leg's free. I'm gonna kick my leg out, and then come behind. Turn this way a little bit, Jeff. Okay, so I was here, guys. I kicked my leg was here, I kick it out, and then I come back through, okay? And then, I can just get it like an ankle lock grip here, that works really well, or I can start looking for that heel hook grip, all right? It's just a matter of what you like. Think about putting yourself in those positions where you can attack. And the false reap is a really great example of this. You just get into the situation, you get into the position, and then whenever you're ready, we have the heel hook, we can invert, we have different situations that we can get into. And the cool thing about this is that it works in the gi as well as no-gi, so you guys can use it for both. In the gi, you can use it really well with the collar sleeve guard. In no-gi, the Keymaster guard works really well with this false reap, as well as getting into K guard if they have their leg really close. I could do the same move with the other arm. It's just not as easy to roll. Kick my leg through, trap. Again, I can look for the ankle lock grip, or we're gonna look for that inside heel hook. When I'm doing the heel hook, turn that way, Jeff. when I do the heel hook, I want to keep connection with my hand on his leg, and I'm just going to go back. Okay, there's different ways to get the heel hook. The way I've learned it is like you're looking at your wristwatch, your Apple Watch. I guess that's what people have on their arms nowadays. So I need a flare. I'm up on my elbow. I'm gonna flare my wrist out. And I want this connection with his ankle on my chest. So a lot of times people try to do for heel hooks, twist your heel down. But you can only do that when there's a lot of space. But when I take that space out, okay, that's the most important detail. Secondarily, I'm controlling his legs with my leg, his leg with my legs. So I like to keep his leg pointing straight. I don't want his knee moving either forward or backwards. I want that knee pointing straight. So look how I engage my legs to kind of keep his leg in place for me, okay? So that's the false reap. It works really well. The other attack I like, I don't know what the name, I just call it the Sean Roberts calf lock. I'm gonna take instead of using my knee, I'm gonna switch to my leg, my foot, create some space, and then look, I'm gonna switch into the triangle and lock. Turn this way, Jeffrey. So I'm back in that Keymaster guard. I need to create a little bit more space, okay? So I'm gonna switch off my knee to my foot. And I don't want to go on his chest or anything. Turn this way. You guys watch Giancarlo? Hey, yo, don't leave that foot there. You're gonna, What was the knee shield leg? You're gonna bring that over your partner's body, and you're trying to make a hook on their far side leg, okay? If you leave your leg just kind of flat, it's gonna be open to like the bolt cutter submission as well as like the steamer lock. So just be careful. Don't just leave your leg kind of on your partner's chest. Hook it where it's safe. Keeping it on the side. Keep it on the side. So as I push this leg, I'm gonna bring this other leg across. Okay, don't leave that leg there to get heel hooked, okay? So as soon as I bring it across, I'm gonna triangle. Okay, from here, hands go together. And so I'm pulling his leg towards me as I kind of squeeze my legs, okay? So I'm pulling this. So going into the calf, Jeff's got that calf, he's been working on his legs, huh? And so I'm pulling that part and I squeeze, okay? So very powerful move. Worst case, say he's not tapping to this. I switch back. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I've hurt myself going for this calf slicer. So just be careful. Make sure you don't get heel hooked because you're taking the leg that was in the Keymaster guard, you're taking that leg and you're bringing it across your body. So almost like you putting yourself in the leg drag, but make sure while you're playing these positions, you had that underhook on the leg. We called it like a single leg guard. You bring the other leg over and then you're gonna hook it. You're gonna figure four, you're gonna make a triangle. As you're squeezing your legs, you're gonna pull your arm into the crook of the knee. Keep that leg up because they're trying to knee cut. Let's say he's kind of tired, he might bring that leg down. If that leg's close enough to me, what I'm gonna do, this is kind of weird to see. Turn this way, Jeff. I'm gonna bring this leg through. So yeah, turn towards me a little bit more. If your body, yeah. So I'm gonna come here. If I feel like he's not gonna go for my leg, I'm gonna kick this leg through and look, I'm gonna triangle. So I'm gonna triangle and then look, I hook. From here, this is the fisherman's guard. So it looks kind of weird. It's like a lockdown, he's stuck. So from here, all I can do is start to sweep him. So it's like your fisherman's net. You know how the fish gets stuck in the net? You can't move. Let me do that one more time. So a lot of times like he can't do anything. So that leg's come down and he's kind of resting towards me. Yeah. So here, I'm gonna switch off his hip. I'm gonna lock my legs behind his back. Where's your leg at? Yeah. And then I make a hook. Okay. And I'm trying to, it's similar to the lockdown, I'm gonna push his leg away from me. So it's very hard to get out. Usually, you know, they'll do this on a good guard passer and the guy's stuck and then eventually maybe you get out or you just get swept over. Since I had this single leg grip here, A lot of times I'll just use that to kind of sit up. Come on top. And you know, if you like, you know, smash pass, this actually might be a good position for the Philly lock. I think a lot of people have trouble being offensive, or they think they're not aggressive enough. I've seen that. The real issue is that they don't know how to put themselves in a position to attack. It's not about your personality per se, if you're really aggressive or you're a little bit more chill. It's about putting yourself in a position where you attack when you want to. Yeah, if you can just get to this position, very powerful. Worst case, you know, you can push out into the wrestle up, all right? I'm already in this single leg grip. Even if he comes up, you know, I can look for my finishes. You know, calf kick. It works. And like I said in the video, worst case, it's not working, pull out. Pull out, guys, get out of there. I think the biggest lesson for you guys taken away from this is that when you're playing no-gi, you gotta put your partner in bad positions. And this false reap and key master guard are two of the best positions to do that. Once you get yourself in a good position, you attack when you're ready, you attack when you see an opening, and then you just go for it. You know, while you're attacking, this has happened to me, while you're attacking, just remember that your partner might also have a chance to attack you. So you wanna make sure whatever submission you're going for is fundamentally sound, because if you're going for a crazy submission, or you leave your leg out, you leave your arm out, you know, there's a risk you're gonna take with that submission. So be mindful of that, and that's it. Yeah, keep attacking.